Hello and welcome to Q&A with CNA. I'm Kyle Schwartz, and this month we have the honor of having two guests from CNA, and we have Dan Mucci, who is the marketing director, and we have Abbey Van Auken, who is the event coordinator. So welcome to the program. You've both been here before, but it's been a while, so we're going to refresh our viewers on your background. So Dan, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so I grew up in Canton, not far away, went to Glen Oak High School, then came to Mount Union, then a college for my education. And then I've had a diverse background. I started out in print journalism, then I managed some carriers in the newspaper industry, was a general manager, did some sales, and now I'm the marketing director for CNA.
All right. And Abby, tell us about your background.
I'm from Akron. I did complete my bachelor's at University of Mount Union in 2019.
She's dating you.
Yeah. I pursued my master's out in Connecticut, came back to Akron, and I've been with CNA for about 18 months now as their event coordinator.
Okay, great. Great. Well, it's good to have both of you back.
Thank you.
And Dan, in the past you've talked about your collegiate fairs and Mental Health Week and what you do for that. But you have a new program coming up, and it's Athletes Strong for Mental Health. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so about a year ago, Ryan Day and of course the Ohio State linebacker Harry Miller kind of expressed some concerns, and Harry talked about his mental health challenges and struggles all through his life, and he's dealt with suicide ideation. And so we talked to our partner schools. We have about 8 districts we work with. I met with the athletic directors, and I'm like, would you like some information to kind of help our athletes along? Like, the earlier we can see some of the struggles they're having and we can help them, hopefully things don't get to where they got for Harry Miller. And so we partnered with Dr. Steve Grafe, who's a Columbus-based sports psychologist. He went to Lake High School, so he's very familiar with Stark County. And he has agreed to work with us to provide tip sheets and videos to our coaches, athletes, and parents. So some of the topics we've discussed so far is, what is mental health? Like, what should coaches be looking for? What should, how does mental health affect the athlete? And then what should a parent look for? Because, you're a parent, I'm a parent. You see your kid leave at 7 in the morning, they come home at 7 at night, and a lot happens.
Right.
And teenagers aren't always open with us. So by breaking down each topic specifically for each segment there, it really keys in. Marlington High School has really used the videos the best that we've heard from our partner school districts.
And how did they do it that was different?
So what they have done is, at the beginning of the fall sports season and the winter sports season, they've sat their athletes in their auditorium and they've shown these videos, and then they have a discussion with the kids afterwards, what they saw, what they see. They actually have the counselors in there too, so they can say, if you're struggling, go see your coach, and then the coach will put you in touch either with CNA's counselor in the building, or here's a guidance counselor you can talk to. And again, it's really to try to be more preventative. So if something is starting to show signs of, we can nip it before maybe they have to go into full therapy. We can say, here's some coping strategies. We'll watch you. Let's talk about it after some practices and stuff. So
I think that's really neat that you are targeting, athletes, because I think all of us think, well, if our kid's involved, if they're in something, they're doing okay. You kind of look at the kids that aren't doing anything, right?
Right.
But everybody can have a mental health issue.
Correct. And what we've noticed is athletes face different pressures, anxieties, and struggles than. There's nothing wrong with just going to school, doing your academics, but when you're performing in front of 500 or 5,000 fans, there are different pressures that take place there. Eventually, what we want to do with this, probably in the fall then, is take this material, reformat it a little bit, and then make it available for theater teachers, music directors, speech and debate, because again, any kid who is performing in front of an audience is going to face different stresses, pressures, anxieties, and so
the competitiveness.
Yeah. So just trying to, again, make teachers aware of that as well, and parents is very important.
Okay. All right. So moving on, you are getting ready to start your annual appeal. So tell us how this year's campaign looks and how viewers can contribute.
Sure. So this year's annual appeal actually starts February 6th. It will run through February 28th. Most people will get a letter in the mail just asking for that donation. We are actually partnering with Alliance City Schools and Plain Local Schools, and they are doing what we're calling jars of change. So in each elementary classroom, there will be a jar where students can bring in some loose change, put it in the jar. The classroom that raises the most money will earn a pizza party. And we've kind of broken that up. So the first half of the month, Plain Local will be raising the funds, and the second half of the month, Alliance will be doing it. Because you can imagine counting 60 jars of change is going to take a while. And if you're the winning classroom, you want to know pretty quickly. So we're kind of
Especially in this day and age, because people aren't used to even counting change.
Right. And everybody wants it instantaneously, right? So we're going to do that. And then, of course, you can donate by writing a check, visiting our website, or we have the Venmo app at CA Behavioral Health, and it's located in the business section. So it can be very easy to make a donation instantaneously, just like the kids want to know.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Abby, you're planning lots of events. That's what you do all year. The Mike Food Endowment event is coming up. So tell us about that fund and that event.
Yeah, our Mike Flood Endowment was established in 1999 by a previous board member, Mike Flood. He and his family experienced a lot of mental health struggles, and after that he decided he wanted to be an advocate in Stark County. So after he established our endowment, in lieu of his retirement gifts from Timken Company, he asked people to make donations to this endowment fund to boost it, give it some place to start. In previous years, the past 3 years, we've been having an event just to bolster those funds. And this year we're having a reverse raffle at the Massillon Eagles 190. It's going to be March 24 from 6 to 8 p.m. There's going to be a reverse raffle, 50-50, raffle baskets, just a laid-back, fun evening to help us build that endowment and ensure that our mental health services will continue in Stark County.
And do you buy tickets for that, or
Yeah,
at the
you
door?
can purchase tickets online. They're $50, and the grand prize is $1,000. So if you're feeling lucky, you can buy that ticket at childandadolescent.org.
Okay.
And it's a March Madness theme, so we're encouraging people
yeah,
to
so wear
support
jerseys.
their favorite
Yeah.
team, whether that's high school, college, or pro. Wear
And
a
sometimes
jersey.
fundraisers are too maybe formal for some
Right.
people. So
Right.
this sounds pretty casual. And, appeal
It'll
to
be
a
a fun
different
evening.
crowd. Okay. All right. And then you have coming up at Marlington a basketball game fundraiser.
Yeah, we're going to be spending our Valentine's Day at Marlington High School in Norton. They're playing the men's basketball game. It'll be a Heart and Healthy Mind night. So proceeds from concessions will go towards CNA to support our mental health counseling services. JV starts at 5:30, and then varsity kicks off at 7. There's going to be a jump rope competition at halftime, which is going to be a riot. We're super excited. And we're just happy to spend the night with them and that they're having us in that space and they like to contribute to our services.
Okay. All right. Any other events coming up in our area, Dan?
So next week, we're actually the 8th. We're wrapping up our collegiate week, which you mentioned before, and we're actually doing a suicide awareness panel with our collegiate partners. So that will include Mount Union, and then, of course, Walsh, Malone, Stark State, Kent State Stark, Altman College. So it's the first time we've tried this panel. If people would like to join in and listen or participate, it will be virtual, so there'll be a link on our website.
Okay.
And then looking ahead to May, of course, you talked about Stark County Schools Mental Health Week, so we'll do it again the 1st through the 5th. All 19 Stark County school districts and high schools are participating, so that's the first time we've been able to accomplish that. So we'll touch 55,000 students.
Wow.
So that'll be pretty big. And then also in May, last year we tried a Canton Roundup. This year we're going to expand it to Stark County. So we're going to try to get a couple of Alliance restaurants to see if they'll participate and do a roundup, on your bill as you check out. And so look for more information there. We're just starting to expand that. One of the places you're going to talk about in a minute, Aeonian, we probably are pretty sure they'll probably participate in some way during that. So look ahead for more details.
All right. Always so much going on. But let's talk about at Aeonian, you're going to have a guest bartending night, which was a big success last year.
It was, yeah.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, this time last year, Aeonian hosted us and we had a guest bartending event with a couple people from Alliance. We're going to have another one on April 13th. We'll have Michelle Balderson, and who is a board member at CNA, and Kim Cernansky, who works for CNA as well, and a couple other people from Alliance.
Yeah, so Sean Jackson, one of your administrators with Michelle, is going to participate.
Oh, cool.
And then Abigail Schroeder over from the University of Mount Union will also participate. So we're kind of bringing Marlington Alliance and Mount Union together for the night, but then Abby's got a few more fun details.
Yeah,
about
they'll
the
be
evening.
they'll be serving the guests. We're gonna have a 50-50 raffle baskets. Again, fun, casual evening, just a way for us to gather with the Alliance community and support our mental health services.
All right. So we've talked a lot about a lot of events. So can they find all those on your website? Is there a special place for events?
So yes, correct. So if you go to our website, childandadolescent.org, we do have an events tab. A lot of times our featured events are right below the homepage. In the next couple months, we're revamping our website, so you'll see some changes, but the tabs and everything will still be easy to find. And of course, if you want to make a donation monetarily, there's also a donate button there as well.
Okay. Well, anything else that either of you would want to add before we close the program?
I think that's it.
It's a lot.
Yeah, really.
We're always busy. We never relax.
Take a rest or a snow day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to both of you for being here today, and thank you for watching Q&A with CNA. I'm Kyle Schwarz.